Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the FangShi 2x2. I just want to start out by saying thank you to the Cubicle for sending this to me. They always send me tester cubes and I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to review these. So let's just get right into it. I'm just going to do some turns right away. So there's just kind of what it sounds like and looks like when it's being turned fast. So let's get right into the cube. I'm just going to talk about what I did to the cube first, how I lubed it, how I broke it in, and stuff like that. So I broke it in for probably about 2 days. I just raw break-in, no lube or anything. I just turned it whenever I had the chance. Probably did 500 solves or something like that. And then I took it apart. I lubed the core with Traxxas 50K, and then when you take a corner out, the last 3 edges, I just put a bunch of 30K diff oil in there, and that's how I lubed it, and that's how I got it where it is now. And it turns pretty nice. So yeah, that's just what I did to the cube. We'll go over corner cutting here. This cube honestly is probably the best at corner cutting for like any 2x2 on the market right now. Like that's over line. That's like way over line there. So I mean this cube seems to cut more than any other cube I've ever seen. Reverse corner cutting, I don't think that's like, I mean it's good, but I don't think it's that different from any other cube we've seen. But the standard corner cutting is really good. It easily go over line. So yeah, the corner cutting is not bad at all. And then popping, that's not an issue on this cube at all. I've probably done 700 solves or so on this, and I've never even come close to popping once. Popping doesn't seem to be an issue with 2x2s anymore. At least the newer ones like the Lingpo and this. I've never popped a Lingpo, and I haven't popped this at all. So popping is not an issue if you are worried about that. Lockups, this is kind of where the cube starts to fall apart a little bit. It's kind of odd because you would think since it corner cuts so well that it wouldn't have any like lockup issues, but it catches a lot. Like, well, now it's not wanting to do it, but like if you can see inside there, you probably can't, but there's just a lot going on in the inside the cube, and it just causes random little catches. They aren't like really big lockups, but they're enough to annoy you. Like they're just small catches that happen like every other few turns or something, so the lockups get a little bit annoying there. But I don't know. Yeah, this cube definitely locks up a bit and it gets kind of annoying. The speed of the cube, honestly, I don't really know why anyone mentions this anymore. I'm just mentioning it because people will ask why I didn't. But honestly, cubes can be as fast as you want them to be. It just depends on how you lube them. Like, I intentionally lubed this so that it would be a little bit slower because it was pretty fast out of the box. But if you used thinner lube, it's going to be faster. I mean, that's just kind of how it works. So I mean, it's plenty fast. You can have it slow down. You could speed it up to a very uncontrollable speed if you wanted to. So speed is no issue with this. It can be kind of whatever the heck you want it to be. So yeah, we'll go over the overall performance now. It's not bad at all. I mean, it performs really well minus those lockups. Besides that, I mean, it does really well. It feels pretty nice. It kind of, I don't really know how I would compare the feel because it's kind of unique, but if I had to compare it to anything, I would say a WIT2 version 2 that doesn't suck. Like, it reminds me a lot of that cube, except this one just doesn't suck like the WIT2 version 2 did. So that's what I would compare it to if I had to compare it to any type of feeling cube. So that's just kind of what it feels like. It's definitely not a bad feeling. It doesn't feel like a FangShi like a lot of people thought it was going to be, which is very good because I honestly hate all the FangShi cubes. So yeah, this has a unique feel, but if I had to compare it to anything, it would be a WIT2 V2. And now going over the design, you'll see pictures popping up on the screen. this is where the cube just falls apart completely. Like, it... the pieces, like, if you're... Actually, what it is when you're assembling this cube, the corner bases are huge. They're about as big as a Wit2 or bigger, but the gap to put an edge in is tiny. Or the gaps between all three edges to push the corner in is tiny. It's the smallest out of any 2x2 cube. So you can't just push the corner in. I spent like over an hour trying to assemble this thing, and so many times I wanted to break this. I almost was tempted to just throw it across my room because it just would not go together. And eventually I got it together, and it was easily the most frustrating thing I have ever had to do in my entire life with assembling a 2x2. So that just sucked. Honestly, this just sucks to assemble. If you get this, don't ever take it apart, like, unless you just want to get angry. So that's one thing that's annoying about the design, but really there isn't anything too new in the design. The locking mechanism is a little different, but I mean, it's a locking mechanism. It's just 3 pieces that sit around the corner, so there's nothing new there. But one thing that is different is this cube has tiles instead of stickers, and you can't replace them with anything else, so you're kind of stuck with the shades that they give you. But in my opinion, they're not bad shades. They're better than like standard die-on shades, so yeah, they're not bad. Yeah, and I'll talk more about why this tile design is bad in a second here, but yeah, it has tiles instead of stickers. So on to the final verdict of this cube. Really, I can't recommend this cube, and there's a lot of reasons I can't. The first one being it doesn't offer anything amazing. Like, compared to a die-on, it doesn't like blow it out of the water. It really almost doesn't even beat it at all. The corner cutting is good, but the lockups are very annoying, and really, if a cube is going to lock up minor on me all the time, then I just can't use that. The second reason being the design of this cube is easily the worst ever that I've ever dealt with in my entire life. I've never ever had to assemble a cube that was harder than this. So yeah, that's the second reason. And the third reason, and this is the biggest reason, is this logo. In the new 2014 WCA regulations, it states that no 2x2, 4x4, or 6x6 can have a logo. And since these are tiles and can't be replaced, you can't get rid of this logo. And there isn't just like some transparent sticker over this. Like, it's just printed onto the logo. So like, you can't take this off. So it's just not a usable cube, period, because you can't compete with it. So I mean, I can't, unless you're a puzzle collector, then go right at it. You're probably not speed cubing seriously anyways, and you would probably enjoy this puzzle. But if you're a speed cuber, don't even bother buying this. There really is absolutely 0 point. I mean, you can't use it in a competition. I see no point in using it. So that's kind of what I have to say about the cube. It's alright, but it's really nothing spectacular. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.